In the last lesson, we graphed a little bit, and I showed you how to use a table. There are other ways to graph, and there are other types of equations that we're going to look at. The first equation we're going to look at is what's called equations that are written in standard form. Before we get into the standard form equations, let's just talk about the basics. So we've got horizontal and vertical lines. Horizontal lines have y equals a number. And the number that the y value equals is the dot right there on the y-axis, which we're going to name later on. The equation for vertical lines are x equals a number, and the number that x equals is the number right here on the x-axis. And like I said, we're going to talk about what that spot is called later. So what we want to do down in example 1 is we're just going to graph these two equations, these two lines. So this is y equals, which means it's a horizontal line because all horizontal lines say y equals and then they just have a number. So let's make our xy grid. And when we have to figure out what the line looks like, we go to the y-axis because it's a y equals line, and we're going to put a dot at the y value of 4. That's what the equation says, y equals 4. So we put a dot right there, right at 4. Now, all of the dots on this line have a y value of 4. So give me a give me a point that has a y value of 4. Any coordinate point on here, but it has to have a y value of 4. One dot that I came up with is the spot 1, 4. And so that's right here. I'm going to put a dot. Okay? Give me another value that has a y value of 4. Another point I came up with is the point -2, 4. And so you see what's happening is it's creating this nice horizontal line, and we're going to write the equation on the line. And what's happening is that it's going through the y-axis at 4 and it's horizontal. All right, now let's look at example B. Example B is an x equals line, which means it's going to be a vertical line going through the number on the x-axis. So let's make our grid first. And I'm going to put a dot at x equals -2. So that's right here. The x-axis is -2. Now give me a coordinate point that has an x value of -2. One value I came up with is -2, 3. Give me another point that has an x value of -2. The point I came up with was -2, -1. And you see what happens is it's a vertical line. Don't forget to write the equation near it somewhere. Going through the x value of -2, right here. Whoa. All right, now let's talk about those spots on the axes that I told you we would get to naming them later on. This is that moment. So the spot where it crosses the x-axis is called the X-Intercept. And if you think of the word intercept, it means to like cross. So it's the point where it's crossing the x-axis. And it occurs when the y value is equal to 0. Now the reverse happens on the other axis. So the y-intercept is when you cross the y-axis. And it occurs when the x value is equal to 0. Now we get to the title of this lesson, which is the standard form of an equation. And standard form looks like this right here. A, B, and C, those capital letters, those are all numbers. And X and Y stay X and Y. Because in order to graph them, we need an X value and a Y value to plot points. when you're graphing a line using this form, you find the intercepts and you connect those two dots. So if you look at this example up here, what they did was they found the Y-intercept by plugging in 0. Then they found the X-intercept by plugging in 0, and they said, I have these two dots, and any two dots can connect to make a line, so they just connected the line. That's the one alternative way to graph an equation rather than making that table that we used in the previous lesson. So as I just said, to find the X-intercept, we're going to let the Y value equal to 0. And in order to find the Y-intercept, we're going to let the X value equal 0. And I'll show you what that means down here in example 2. So we need to graph this using the intercept. So here's our equation, 3x plus 4y equals 12. So I'm going to do two things. First thing is I'm going to find the X-intercept, and then I'm going to find the Y-intercept. So in order to find the X-intercept, I'm going to let the Y value be equal to 0. So instead of Y, I'm going to put 0. So 3x plus 4 times 0 equals 12. Now you just calculate that, and that's very simple, I hope, to calculate, right? You just get x equals 4. So that means that it's crossing the x-axis at 4. Also known as the point 4, 0. Okay, now let's do the other intercept. So in order to find the Y-intercept, I do the reverse. I let the x value be equal to 0. So 3 times 0 plus 4y equals 12. And that is also very easy to calculate. You get a y value of 3. So that means that it crosses the y-axis at the number 3, also known as the point 0, 3. So then you're almost done. You just make your grid, label x and y, and then you just plot those two dots and you connect them. So I'm going to plot 4, 0 right here, and I'm going to plot 0, 3, and I'm going to connect them. And last thing that you do is you just write the name of the equation by the line, 3x plus 4y equals 12. And that's how you graph it in standard form, by finding the intercepts rather than creating this table where you just plug in lots of values. All right, let's finish it off with a word problem. Read the story, and when you're ready, press play. So we've got this long story, and basically they then give us an equation that represents the story, and we have to graph it and interpret the intercepts. We'll get to interpreting in a moment, but let's just graph it. So I'm going to use that equation to find my two intercepts. So I've got the x-intercept, and that's when the y value is 0, right? It looks like this as a point. And then I also have the y-intercept, which has an x value of 0, so it kind of looks like that. Okay, so let's calculate. So instead of y, I'm going to put 0 to find the x-intercept. So 6x plus 10 times 0 equals 180. That should not be difficult math for you. X is 30. Now we go over to the other one, and the y-intercept is where the x value is 0, so it's 6 times 0 plus 10y equals 180. That easy math should be y equals 18. So the 2 points that I'm plotting are 0, 18 and 30, 0. So I have to figure out what my scale should be, because obviously I can't go by ones. So it looks like maybe I can go by twos. So let's make our grid, and since we can't have negative tables, we're going to keep it in the first quadrant. Sorry, it's so sloppy. Okay, so this is going to be small tables, and y is going to be large tables. And I'm going to go by twos, and for this one, I'll go by twos as well. Okay, so now I plot x is 30, so that's 30, 0, so 2, 4, 6. That's all the way over here. And I'm going to plot 18 on the y-axis, 0, 18, right there. And then you just connect them. I'm not going to extend it because I would not obviously go into the negatives because you can't have negative tables. And I'm going to write the equation on the line. Okay, so that's easy. Graph the equation. Check. Done. Now we get to interpreting. And the first thing that I want to do, though, is I want to tell you what interpret means. Interpret means to use the numbers to explain what the labels mean in a sentence. So we know that 30, 0 is the X-intercept, but what does that mean for the story? Does it mean like 30 animals in a zoo? What does it stand for? So 30, 0 means there are 30 small tables and 0 large tables. Pause the video and I want you to write the sentence for 0, 18. So there's my sentence for 0, 18. Now you can take your sentences and make them a little more complex if you want. You can say 30, 0 means if you don't use any large tables, then you use 30 small tables. 0, 18 means if there aren't any small tables, then you have 18 large tables. So you can kind of change around the sentence if you want, but the essence of the label has to come through in the sentence. Now the last part, letter B, says find 4 possible solutions in the context of the problem. Now remember, solutions to an equation are values on the line. So let me scroll up, and I'm going to tell you what the 4 dots, or at least where some dots are, and then you're going to write some sentences. Obviously, as we get further along in this, you'll be finding the points. But since you're just at beginner level, I'll tell you, there's a point here at 5:15. There's another point here at 10:12. There's a point at 15:09. There's a point here at 26. And there's one more point here, and that is 25:3. So what you have to do is pick 4 of those points and write sentences about what they mean, and I want you to use the format that we used in these examples. So what does 26 mean? What does 25:3 mean? Pause the video, write those 4 sentences, and then when you're ready, press play. All right, the only point I didn't use was 25:3, but as you can see, the sentences are all very similar. If you have any questions, write them down and ask me when you come to class.